Hello. No, hello. Hello. Seriously, hello. No, seriously. Hiyo, it's me, Io, the popcorn philosopher. Welcome back to my channels. Welcome back to my channel, singular. Welcome, fellow aliens and fellow philosophers. It's me. Welcome back to the Prince Deep Dive.
It's uncanny.
Okay, girl, well then don't look at me that close. Today we're doing something a little different. I had trouble figuring out where I was going to start with my Prince Deep Dive. I didn't know if I should start from the beginning, at the end, comparing the beginning and the end.
My only friend, the end.
So I decided to try something a little different for at least the first couple albums. I've heard the first couple albums that Prince wasn't necessarily into who he was as an artist yet. He's still kind of trying to figure things out. I actually haven't heard the first two albums anyway. So the first two albums up to controversy, what I'm going to do is listen to one album at a time and not compare them. The reactions won't be as in-depth as I usually do my reaction. Girl, don't worry. We're going to go back to the in-depth reactions in a couple albums. Sheesh, with the scary close-up and everything.
Well, do you think you can stop being such a baby?
I can't help it. I get scared. But anyway, so we're going to listen to Prince's first album today, his album that came out in 1978. I'm really super excited to listen to it because I've never heard this album before, so I'm really, really, really excited. Prince's first album is called For Me.
That's a dormy.
No, For Me. Oh wait, no. For You. For You. Prince's first album is called For You. Geez, how selfish am I? I changed it from For You to For Me. But actually, that's exactly part of my point. Prince's whole persona hadn't taken in full effect yet. If this album had been released just a few years later, it would have been spelled For You. But it's not. It's spelled For You, spelled out just Foryu. So I take it I'm probably going to be in for something really very different for Prince. So from what I've heard, a lot of people don't care for this album, but believe it or not, there are good tracks on this record, and they do come late in the album, so a lot of people might not have heard them. And since his first album is a little more obscure, stay tuned to the end of the video to hear my picks of deep cuts you can add to your Prince playlist. So let's get to it, and let's stop talking, and let's start listening. Alright, so the first song that we're going to listen to is called For You. What? So complex. Damn, that is so beautiful. Oh my God, that is gorgeous. And so complex. The harmonies are so complex. People forget about harmonies, how harmonies can sound complex, but from a technical standpoint and a production standpoint, they're extremely easy to do because you're just recording vocals. It's so effective. What an opener to an album. That's maybe one of the best openers to an album I've ever heard. And I love the reverb on that. Does anybody know what reverb they're using? It's so rich and it doesn't sound dated. It sounds just beautiful. Like you could use that reverb today. I would be very happy to use that reverb today. He's definitely using the harmonies like a synth almost. It's very chordal. It just sounds so fresh. You know, that could be on an album today, honestly. It wouldn't sound out of place, it would sound fresh. Anyway, so the next song we're going to listen to is the second song on the album. It's called In Love. I came out with those harmonies. Nice synth work.
Ever since I met you, baby, I've been wanting to lay you down. But it's so hard to get you, baby, when you never come around. Every day that you keep it away, it only makes me want it more. Oh, baby, just say the word and I'll be at your door.
The harmonies are so good, but they're so different.
Falling, falling, falling in love. I'm falling in love.
Nice tight stop.
Falling, baby, deeper every day. In love. Ooh, baby, now how you taking me away? In love. I'm falling, baby, girl, what can I do? I just can't be without you. I'm falling in love. I'm drowning, baby, in my love for you. In love. Oh, baby, now how you taking me away? I just don't say it.
Well, that kind of sounded more indie almost. It sounds like something someone might record in their bedroom today. It sounds like a bedroom production almost, even though I know that Prince recorded this in a massive studio. And in fact, he spent all his money of his contract on this album. I learned that from one of his interviews. He spent the budget he had for several albums on this album. I also feel like the snares were tuned too low. It made the groove not as prominent. I think if they tuned it just a little higher, they would have made a huge difference in the groove of the song. It would have given it more snap. The harmonies are so good, but they're so different. They're not like Prince harmonies at all. They're really ethereal sounding, and where later Prince's harmonies were very staccato and kind of sharp, very tight. I still love the reverb on this. The reverb is really nice. If any of you know what reverb they use, please let me know. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, so the next song we're going to listen to is Soft and Nice. I believe this is a single. More funk. Bring in the funk this time. I like that little soul part in the back. Kind of effect. Let's go break down. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh, well, I like the syncopation on this song, but you could tell this is not Prince in his peak period because things belong where they are because he put them there, obviously. If we're thinking about these from a pop standpoint, there's a lot of instrumentals where probably shouldn't be one. Since this was a single, there's a lot of instrumentals where I don't think that they belong, and the melody is not quite as strong as it probably should be for a single. I really like the syncopation of the song. That's really cool, and I really love the disco breakdown. Okay, so this is Crazy You. Ooh, dreamy. Oh, jazzy.
You got
chord progression.
crazy you.
Interesting sound effects in the background too. Wow. Interesting. So what I want to say about this is that this is like the loner side of Prince. Maybe Prince as a person instead of Prince the character. That's what that reminded me of. Had a very progressive chord progression. It's very plaintive. Yeah, very lonely sounding almost. The next song I'm going to listen to is Just As Long As We're Together. Sounds very elevator music. Nice transition. Another breakdown. Oh, this is a long outro. Well, that was the first song that I actively didn't like very much, honestly. I mean, I like that it's no fault of the band because the band actually sounds really, they're playing extremely well together. Although I think most of this is all Prince, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think this is a band. So the Prince band sounds good. It had a chorus. It wasn't very strong in the first place, but then they didn't even come back to it. I did like some of the breakdowns. The breakdowns were kind of fun. And I loved the transitions between. There were some really cool riffs. And that's what's happening with a lot of this is that there's a lot of interesting elements. It's not all kind of coming together in the way that Prince music would eventually come together. But I've liked other songs. This song I just didn't like very much. So now we're going to listen to the song Baby. Just plain Baby.
Nobody puts Baby in a corner.
Baby. Now this was a single too, so let's listen to Baby. Nice build up. Nice. I like that. Oh, that's unexpected.
I'm so in love with you. Baby, what are we gonna do? I know you're in love with me too. Should we go on living together?
cohesive the harmony sounded, because it's kind of like a callback to the first two tracks, especially the first track, but both tracks have that same kind of ethereal harmony. It is just so interesting how different his harmonies sound on this record, because like I said, it's very ethereal and not at all, that staccato, sharp harmony that we would come to know from Prince. As much as I love the instrumentation on this song, it was beautifully arranged, but it just shows you that sometimes if you don't have an amazing song, even the best instrumentation, the best arrangements, the best production, the best playing, it's still, to me, it wasn't a very strong song. It wasn't very catchy. To me, it wasn't my favorite song of his, but beautiful instrumentation. The next song we're gonna listen to is My Love Is Forever. Wow, this is very 70s. Oh, this is very sappy, unfortunately. Oh, nice guitar solo. I like that keyboard solo at the end. Wow, man, that was really 70s.
I need some hot stuff, baby, tonight. I want some hot stuff, baby, this evening.
Yeah, so that was pretty sappy, but I actually liked that more. The melodies were stronger than the last song, but they're still not super strong. It's amazing to me how romantic these songs are too. Prince can be romantic in later songs, but it's a different kind of romance. It's more of like a sexual romance. And this is a very, lovey-dovey kind of romance. But again, the instrumentation is beautiful. So the next song we're going to listen to is So Blue. Oh, this is different. Nice riff. Oh, I like that. Effect. Very dreamy. Very strummy. Strangely relaxing too.
I had everything I needed.
Wow. Very androgynous sounding.
But now my life is so blue. You meant the world to me. But now you're gone. And I'm so blue. Even though the sun is shining, I spend my day, I spend my day crying
Wow, I like that a lot. That may be one of my favorite songs so far. It sounds a little bit like Minnie Riperton, and I like the simplicity of it. It's really, really pretty. Compared to some of the other songs on the album, there's a lot going on. This is just like so nice, like just a simple acoustic guitar, and I like how the beginning riff was a little bit more complicated, and then it went into this lovely strumming guitar, and just like how dreamy it was and soulful, and just it was really beautiful. That's one of my favorite songs so far from this album, for sure. Okay, so the next song on the album is called I'm Yours, and it happens to be the last track on the album. So let's see if Prince finishes strong. One fun. Yeah, okay. Nice riff. Okay. Are we gonna go something strong? Is it gonna follow something strong? Nice harmony. Killer drumming. Okay. Nice guitar work. Bass solo. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Best song on the album by far. I loved it. I loved it, every bit of it, every bit of it. I wish the vocals weren't as buried, but besides that, I thought it was amazing. I was so happy with that. Everything was working on. The drumming was killer. The guitar work was good. The bass, we had a bass solo even. I don't know, is this song all Prince too? It really sounds like a jam, like people were jamming on that song. I had to find out if that was a band playing, because it sounded just like a whole band playing, and they just were having so much fun jamming. I love the groove, love the riff from the beginning too. I'm so glad that he finished strong. So good. God, I've never heard a Prince record like this in my life. It was such a mood. There are parts that I liked and parts that I didn't like. It's so interesting. The last two songs were definitely the strongest songs on the album, but I really liked it. It was an experience. It was so much different than any Prince record I've ever heard. So if you've been watching this video, I think my Prince playlist picks will come as no surprise. Number 1 is the opener and title track, For You. Number 2 is So Blue. And number 3 is the album's closer, the incendiary I'm Yours. So how about that Prince finishing strong like that? The last 2 tracks on the album? What? I smell a rat.
Get tougher rats.
No, we don't. We need a stronger me. We do not need a stronger rat. Rats freak me out. I can't. My roommate used to have a rat. Oh my gosh, she used to let it run around free. And I'd be laying down watching TV on the couch, and the rat would sneak in the cushions. And like, I'd be laying there, and the rat would creep up on me and go like this to my back. And I go, ah! I would be screaming. I was so scared. Yeah, like that. Anyway, I hope you liked today's reaction. Next time we're going to do a reaction to some more interviews because I want to know more about Prince because I'm nosy like that. Yes, that's me. That's the one. So hopefully you'll join me next time. And if you like this video, please consider liking the video. And if you'd like to see more like that interview video, please consider subscribing. If you haven't already, and if you haven't, what are you doing?
Forgive us.
It's okay, there's always another day. We can always do it today. Well, otherwise...
I know it is too late, but I will not fail you again.
Just kidding. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day and that your life is a wonderful, beautiful musical. And I hope to see you next time. Popcorn Philosopher over and out.